Let's take a look again into the hypothetical possibility of our favorite horror movies becoming real life. This is like a big fear. Yep, so this list is what nightmares are made of, so let's dive right into it head first into this list with the top 10 horror movies that would be scary if it was real. Part 2. Getting this started in at number 10 with House of Wax. This creepy film is about a small abandoned town with two murderous brothers who haunt, capture, and kill people who pass through the town and then turn them into wax figures. That might make some of you guys think twice of visiting Madame Tussauds, doesn't it? Because what if some of those people were actually real once upon a time? I think this is terrifying because if this happened in real life, police would never find the body or wouldn't know what to do. The dead body is being displayed for millions of people to view. Who would think that that person is like a murder victim? Next up, number 9, we have Halloween. This cult classic about a young boy who murdered his sister on Halloween back in 1963 and was then sent to a mental institution. Well, 15 years later, you guys know the story, he escaped and he returned to his hometown in order to continue his killing spree. This is all he knows, and this guy's like a beast. He's like 8 foot, he's probably like 10 foot tall. This would be terrifying if this was real because Michael Myers is literally indestructible. Like, he took gunshots and he didn't die. He has so much vengeance and no signs of remorse, and just when you think he is dead, he just gets right back up. That Halloween's will just continue on forever. House on Haunted Hill makes its way into this list at number 8. This horror movie is about a very wealthy man who hosts a house party offering each one of his guests $10,000 if you can survive the night. Seems pretty easy, right? Just don't get spooked, don't run out of the house. I mean, what's actually gonna happen tonight? This would be absolutely terrifying if it was real because so many people would attempt this challenge out of desperation for the money, and most of them would likely die as a result like they did in the movie. So if you survive the night, he was meaning like if you're the last survivor, you win $10,000. Haunting us in at number 7 is It. This is a chilling movie about a group of children who begin to disappear in a small town because of a creepy clown that lives near a sewer. This evil clown has a history of murder and violence and uses people's fears and phobias in order to help him hunt down his prey. So if this was real, so many children would disappear and get murdered by this evil and sinister clown. Get Out makes an appearance at number 6. I did enjoy this movie, but I would not enjoy it if this was real life. If this movie was real, there'd be racist cults all over the world that would be able to lure people into their neighborhoods and take control of their minds. Once hypnotized, you forget who you were, where you've come from, and you're pretty much an empty shell and a slave to the person who trapped you. The Hills Have Eyes makes its way into this list at number 5. How do we not include this one? This one would be terrifying. This is about a family road trip that gets ruined when they get stranded in a barren atomic wasteland. However, this area is actually inhabited by a group of bloodthirsty mutants that are attempting to hunt them down. This would be so scary if this happened in real life. Any of these movies would be. What if these mutant things traveled to more dense cities and murdered everyone in sight? I wouldn't be able to sleep at night. I don't think I can handle witnessing a damn murder. Number 4, we have 10 Cloverfield Lane. Basically, this movie is about a young woman who wakes up after a car accident to find that she's locked inside of a cellar with a doomsday survivalist who insists that he has saved her life. The woman doesn't know what to believe, so she attempts to escape the cellar at any cost, only to discover that Earth has been invaded by aliens. Yes, this movie went there. I couldn't imagine if this was real. What would you guys do? Head towards a safe zone that is miles away by yourself, or go back to the cellar with a creepy man? I don't know, I'm adventurous. I'm not saying with a creepy man. I would go out there in the real world. The Evil Dead creeps its way into this list at number 3. This is about a group of college students who went to a cabin in the woods for a night of fun, but then they discovered an ancient book that awakens the dead when they read it out loud. These friends have accidentally released a flood of evil and must fight for their lives or become possessed. I think this would be horrifying if this was real. There'd be so many possessed people out there. These evil spirits are so powerful, and we wouldn't have the knowledge to like how to fight them off if it just happened all of a sudden. Most of the world would just become possessed, and there's no going back. The Grudge is on this list at the number 2 spot. In this movie, an American couple moves to Tokyo in order to start a new life. Well, they never realize what type of life they're gonna start. They move into a house that has supernatural occurrences. Their new home begins to terrorize them and their families as well. As it turns out, the house is cursed and it attempts to claim the lives of anyone that comes near. Imagine if this is real life and you didn't know what a house or building was cursed. It would be so terrifying, because if you got cursed and had supernatural beings terrorizing you on a daily basis, I mean, these things are trying to kill you. That is so damn scary. And finally, in at number 1, we have Jeepers Creepers. That gives me the Jeeper Creepers. Alright, this movie is about a mysterious demon who viciously feeds on the flesh and bones of humans for 23 days every 23rd spring. The Creeper is an indestructible force that relentlessly hunts humans in such a brutal manner. Imagine this crazy mutant demon was out about hunting human flesh. The world would be a completely different place right now. People would probably construct safety homes where they would stay in there for the full 23 days, never go outside until the evil thing has finished. There's so many other movies out there that it would just be too terrifying if it was real. Let me know if I've missed any. That's the end of this video, guys. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys very soon in a new Most Amazing Top 10 video.